Hi again, it's me, this time short proof of concept app. I was curious if I can still reuse that good old Borland C++ builder 5 that I was using back in the end of 90s and beginning of 2000s. I made my diploma end of 90s in C++ builder when I was in college, back in the old days in Poland. And I still have emotional kind of connections with that software, with that IDE. And I was curious, like, can I actually use it for some sort of distributed system? Maybe I can use like a database somewhere in the server, and I can edit data in that DB through Borland C++ builder, and maybe with some modern technology. And actually I made it. So I'm using Java. I made Java REST API. Now it's March 2026, by the way. I made small REST API in Java 17. I know there's a Java 25, but yeah, whatever. I use Java 17. And also I've made that small project in C++ builder, Borland C++ builder. In Windows XP. I have a physical XP computers, just to go back to 90s, play with them a little bit. But for the sake of that video, I made a VM on Proxmox, and also I have Windows 2003 server running on Proxmox, and my XP machines are members of domain of that Active Directory on that 2003 server, just for fun. I know we shouldn't connect to internet. I don't have a internet connection on that one. It's just a local like home lab. I really have emotional connections with those old technologies, so that's why I have it. And yeah, I have a database running on that 2003 server. Is a Firebird DB. Is running as a service on the server, and I can connect from XP machine from that one on my physical computers. I have few virtual machines, and also I can connect that from Borland C++ builder. I have that interbase DB here. By the way, Firebird was, I guess, interbase before. Those from 90s probably remember interbase. So now it's Firebird. So I have Firebird DB on that server, and I'm connecting through that kind of URL. This is the IP of my server and the path to DB. So yeah, this one is running. I can run the app. I can show you. So I'm reading some records. That is customers table on the DB, and also here I have IntelliJ and that Java API that just mentioned. Let me rerun it. And here is a Postman, good old Postman. I can get all the records from that table. Where is it? So here, as you can see, I have Chucky, Adam, Anna, Rosalia, etc., Sebastian, Beata, and the same entities are here. As you can see, Chuck, Adam, Anna, Rosalia, Chester, Sebastian, Beata. But to prove it that is working, so let me run that app. I have here button refresh data. Basically what it's doing is refreshing refreshing the data, getting the up-to-date stuff from the customers table. And let's go to Postman, and let's add the new record. Let's add Brandon Lee. His email is going to be crow@test.com, and his phone is going to be 6661234. So let me show you. There's no Brandon here yet. We have 7 records. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me push Brandon. Yeah, we pushed the Brandon. I can see some logs here from Hibernate, right? And let me go to that XP, Windows XP, and I will refresh data. We should see Brandon right here. We have Brandon Lee. That was DB read. It was quite slow because when I press the button, I add sleep 700 milliseconds just to show you that actually we're refreshing something. check the button text is refreshing and is locked, right? So refreshing data. The Brandon is here. Let's edit something. Let's edit Chuck blanket name maybe. So I'm going to that Postman, update. Chucky has the record number 1. Let's confirm that, number 1, ID 1. Let's edit Chucky. Let's make it Chuck Norris, for example. Something is frozen here. Chuck Norris. Chuck's N Contoso, and his phone is going to be 888/9999. Let's send it. We got some updates here. Also, we have new logs from Hibernate. And if I go to XP and now refresh, we should see the Chuck's details going to be updated. So yeah, we see Chuck Norris, Chuck Chicks and Contoso.com. So yeah, that was actually fun to do that. So C++ is still kind of useful for fun, of course. By the way, I was able to create the exe of that app and make the installer, and I was able to run it in Windows 11. It was lacking some DLL files, but I've copied them manually, and that app was working in Windows 11. Yeah, that was really interesting. I know not many people is gonna find that very useful, but it's very, very, very cool, and I was happy I could go back to 90s a little bit and make something useful with that. Thank you very much for watching.